everybody. Today I'm cooking you some comfort food because I'm in the mood for comfort food, and tonight we're going to have smothered pork chops. So I hope you're ready. Get your stomach and your taste buds set because we're going on a journey of making smothered pork chops. So let's get cooking. Okay, what you're going to need for your ingredients, I have 4 bone-in pork chops. And they're about this thick. About a good inch thick. You're going to need some salt and some pepper. This is for the pork chop part. You're going to need some olive oil. And you're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. Now for your gravy part, you're going to need 1 yellow onion sliced thinly, a large one. 1 tablespoon of butter. 3 cloves of garlic minced. A pinch of salt. A half of cup of chicken broth. And a 1/4 of a cup of heavy cream. So let's throw this all together. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to season my pork chops with my salt and pepper. Please don't mind the noise of my daughter's parrot in the background. His name is Rico, and he can be really loud. And there's not a thing I can do to stop him. Now you use whatever seasonings you want. Just use your favorite seasonings and put them on your pork chops. Get them all seasoned up. We love seasoning. I think I will use a little garlic powder because I'm choosing to use my favorite seasonings. And in my family, we love garlic. But basically the recipe calls just for salt and pepper. But as I always say, make it your own. Okay, I've put my 2 tablespoons of butter in my skillet and I've got it melting, and I've also put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. I'll get it all heated up. And what we're going to do next is we're going to add our pork chops to our skillet. That's a good sound because you're wanting to sear them to lock in the juices. And we're going to cook them approximately 5 minutes on each side, or until they're golden brown. Alright, it's been, at 5 minutes I checked it, it wasn't brown enough, so it's been about 6 minutes. Oh, that looks good. Alright. We're going to flip them over. My fire is on medium high to high. Alright, those look perfect. Now we're going to let the other side brown. Alright, it's been 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and check it. Perfect. Alright. Now we're going to take them out. Turn my fire off. Take them out. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, that's perfect. And we're going to put them on a plate. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make our gravy for the pork chops. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our tablespoon of butter in here. And we're going to melt it up over a, turn my fire back on, and we're going to have a medium heat. And I left all the juices that were already in here from cooking the pork chops. That's going to add to the flavor. Now we're going to go ahead and add our sliced onions to the skillet. And one good thing about onions is if you have any stuck on stuff, like from your meat that you're cooking, and the onions will go ahead and get all that up off the bottom of your skillet for you. So keep that in mind for whenever you're cooking in the future, that no matter, you know, if you have some stuck on stuff from whatever you've been doing in your skillet or pan, you just add some sliced onions to it, get that, and it will go ahead. As you can see, it's just as clean as a whistle. So we're going to go ahead and cook these onions, and we're going to add just a pinch of salt to them. I'm going to cook them for about 12 minutes. Okay, my onions have been cooking for 12 minutes. You can see they're nice and caramelized. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my garlic in here, and I'm going to cook it for about 30 seconds. Because garlic has a tendency to burn. Turn my fire back up because I cook my onions on a medium to medium low heat. I started out on medium with my onions, and then as they got more caramelized, I turned it down to like a medium low. So I've turned it back up to medium to do my garlic. And a few more seconds on that. All right, now I'm going to add in my chicken broth. And careful to, if you have anything that's stuck on your pan, this is a good time to get it off. I didn't have anything because my onions took care of that. Now we're going to go ahead and put in the heavy cream. I use a whisk and stir it around. Now if you want more sauce, just use more liquid. Use more heavy cream or use more chicken broth. Now I'm going to reduce my heat and to like a medium low. I'm going to go ahead and put my pork chops back in. And I'm going to go ahead and finish cooking my pork chops until they're completely done, which I figure it'll be about 10 more minutes. And as my juice sauce gets out of here, I'm going to add a little more chicken broth and a little more cream to it. So I'll be back when it's done. As you can see, they're bubbling right along. I'm going to go ahead and turn them. only because I want the sauce to be on the other side. But I cooked them for 10 minutes, well, 5 minutes on each side, which is 10 minutes earlier, and so I think I'm going to do them another 10 minutes. And I'll add a little more cream. There we go. Okay, I've cooked it an extra 15 minutes, turning it very often. And I'm going to cut my fire off because it's done. The meat is done. Look at that rich gravy. So I'm going to go ahead and take one out and give it a taste test. All right, let's get one out and put it on my plate. I'm going to use the one that I cut in two to make sure it was done. Go ahead and cut off a piece. That was easy to cut. It's so tender. I'm going to put a little bit of onion sauce on it, and let's give it a taste test. That is so good, and it is so tender. As you can see, it doesn't take any effort to cut through it. It's tender, it's juicy, and the onion gravy is just out of this world. So I hope you enjoy. Have fun making this because it's really simple. And until my next video, happy eating.